Electricity chapter number 12. Electricity plays an important role in the modern society. It is used at hospitals, homes, schools, streets, and in industries for lighting, heating, operating machines, etc. Radio, torch, transistor, set, telephone, television, computer, calculator, modern watches, sonar, radar, etc. All use electricity. We cannot consider life without the use of electricity. Electricity is one of the most convenient sources of energy. What forms electricity? How does it flow in an electric circuit? What are the factors that regulate or control the current through an electric circuit? In this chapter, we shall find out the answer of such questions. We shall also talk about the heating effect of electric current and its applications. Electric current and circuit. We are familiar with water current and air current. We know that flowing water forms water current in rivers in the same way. If the electric charge flows through a conductor, for example through a metallic wire, we say that there is an electric current in the conductor. We know that the cells or a battery, when placed in proper order, provide a flow or charges or an electric current through the torch blue to glow in a torch. We have also observed that the torch provides light only when its switch is on. What does a switch do? A switch forms a conducting link between the bulb and the cell. A closed and continuous path of an electric current is known as an electric circuit. Now, if the circuit is disconnected at anywhere, or the switch of the torch is turned, the current stops flowing and the bulb does not glow. How do we represent electric current? Present electric current. Electric current is represented by the amount of a charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. In other way, it is the rate of flow of electric charges in circuits using metallic wires. Electrons form the flow of charges, while the electrons were not now at the time when the flow of electricity was first of all observed. So electric current was supposed to be the flow of positive charges, and the direction of a flow of positive charges was taken to be the direction of a flow of electric current. Conversely, in an electric circuit, the direction of a flow of electric current is taken as opposite to the direction of the flow of electrons, which are negative charged bodies charged bodies. If a net charge Q flows through and cross sections of a conductor in a time t, then the current I across the cross section H. The SI unit of electric charge is column C, which is equal to the charge percentage in nearby 6 multiple 10 to the power 18 electrons. We know that an electron have a negative charge of 1.6 multiple 10 to the power minus 19 C. The electric current is expressed by a unit known as ampere A, named after the French scientist André Marie Ampere, 775 to 1836. 1 ampere is formed by the flow of 1 coulomb of a charge in per second. That is 1 A is equal to 1 C by 1 S. A small quantity of current are expressed in milliampere. An instrument named ammeter measures electric current flowing through a circuit. It is always connected in series in a circuit represents which the current is to be measured. Given figure represents a schematic diagram or a typical electric circuit having a cell, an electric bulb, an ammeter, and a plug key. Observe that the electric current flows in the circuit from the positive terminal of the cell to the negative terminal through the bulb and ammeter. Electric potential and potential difference. What makes the electric charge to flow? Let us consider the envelope of flow of water. Charges do not flow in an copper wire by themselves, just as water in a perfectly horizontal tube does not flow. If one end of the tube is connected to a tank of water kept at a higher level, such that there is a pressure difference between the two ends of the tube, water flows out of the other end of the tube in a conducting metallic wire. The electrons will flow only if there is a variations variations of electric pressure known as potential difference through the conductor. The difference of potential is created by a cell or a battery. The cell behaves like a water pump in the creates the difference in potential between the two terminals of the cell, which sets the charges which sets the charges in motion and generate the electric current. To maintain the current in a given electric circuit, the cell has to expend its chemical energy which is stored in it. We represent the electric potential difference between the 2 points in an electric circuit on a current carrying conductor as the work done to move a unit charge from one point to another point. Potential difference between the 2 points. The SI unit of a potential difference is volt, V, named after Alexander Volta. 1745 to 1827. 1 volt is the potential difference between 2 points in a conductor carrying current when 1 joule of work is done to move a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to the other. The potential difference is measured with the help of an instrument known as voltmeter. The voltmeter is always connected to parallel through the points between which the potential difference is to be measured. Circuit diagram. We know that an electric circuit as represented in figure given in section 12.1 consisting a cell or a battery, a plug key electrical component and connecting wires. It is often convenient to draw a schematic diagram in which various components of the circuit are expressed by the symbols used conventional symbols used to express some of the most commonly used electrical components are so in table 1. Ohm's law is there a correlation between the potential difference through a conductor and the circuit and the current across it. Let us examine with an activity. In this activity, approximately the identical value for V by I is obtained in each case. Thus, the VI graph is an straight line that passes across the origin of the graph as shown in figure. Thus, V by I is a constant ratio. In 1827, a German physicist Georg Siemens Ohm 1787-1854 traced out the relationship between the current I flowing through a metallic wire and the potential difference across its two separate terminals. He concluded that the electric current flowing across a metallic wire is directly proportional to the potential difference V through its ends, provided its temperature remains the same. This is known as Ohm's law. In other words, if the potential difference through the two ends of a conductor is 1V and the current across it is 1A, then the resistance R of the conductor is 1 ohm resistance, that is 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt by 1 ampere. It is represented from equation 7 that the current flowing through a resistor is inversely proportional to its resistance. If the resistance is doubled, the current gets halved. In many practical cases, it is essential to decrease or increase the current in an electric circuit. A component used to control the current without changing the source is known as a variable resistance in an electric current. A device named resistor is often used to change the resistance in the circuit. We will now learn about electrical resistance of a conductor with the help of the activity. In this activity, we note that the current is different for various components. Why do they vary? Certain components gives an AC pathway for the flow of electric current. On the other hand, some resist the flow. We know that the flowing of electrons in an electric circuit creates an electric current. However, the electrons are not completely free to move. Within a conductor, they are resisted by the attraction of the atoms through which they move. The flow of electrons across a conductor is retarded by its resistance. A component of a certain size that gives a low resistance is a good conductor. A conductor consisting some appreciable resistance is known as a resistor. A component of a similar size that offers a higher resistance is a poor conductor. An insulator of the identical size offers even higher resistance. It is noticed factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends. It is noticed that the ammeter reading reduces to one half when the length of the niche or nichrome wire is doubled. The reading of an ammeter is increased when a thicker wire of the same material and of the identical length is used in the circuit. A difference in ammeter reading is noticed when a wire of a different material of the same length and the same area of a cross section is used on applying Ohm's law. We find that the resistance of the conductor depends on its area of cross section, on its length, and on the nature of its material. Precise measurements have indicated that the resistance of a uniform metallic conductor is directly proportional to its length L, and inversely proportional to the area of cross section A, that is, where P RHO is constant of proportionality and known as the electrical resistivity of the material of the conductor. The SI unit of resistivity is ohm. It is an important property of the material that allows and metals have a very low resistivity in the range of 10 के power minus 8 ohm meter to 10 के power minus 6 ohm meter. They are good conductors of electricity. Insulators like glass and rubber have resistivity in the range of 10 के power 12 to 10 के power 17 ohm meter. Both the resistance and resistivity of a material changes with the temperature. Table 2 shows that the resistivity of an alloy is generally higher in comparison to its constituent metals. Alloy do not burn, oxidize readily at a high temperatures. Because of this, they are commonly used in electrical heating devices like toasters, electric iron, etc. Tungsten is used mainly exclusively the filaments of electric bulbs, while copper and aluminum are commonly used for electrical transmission lines. Resistance of a system of resistors. In previous sections, we have studied about some simple electrical circuits. We have observed that how the current across a conductor depends upon its resistance and the potential difference through its end. In several electrical gadgets, we often use resistors in different combinations. We now therefore intend to see how Ohm's law can be applied to combinations of resistors. There are two methods of connecting the resistors with each other. Figure A represents an electric circuit in which three resistors of resistance R1, R2 and R3 respectively are joined by end to end. Here the resistors are said to be joined in series. Figure B represents a combination of resistors in which three resistors are connected with each other between points X and Y. Here we can say that the resistors are connected in parallel. Resistors in series. What happens to the value of a current when a large number of resistors are joined in series in a circuit? What would be their equivalent resistance? Let us try to find out each by using following activities. You will note that the value of the current in the ammeter is the same, not dependent on its position in the electric circuit. It shows that in a series combination of resistors, the current is the same in which part of the circuit or the same current across every resistor. You will note that the potential difference V will be equal to the sum of potential difference V1, V2 and V3. That is the total potential difference through a combination of resistors in series. Series is equivalent to the sum of potential difference through the individual resistors. That is, in the electric circuit. So in above, let I be the current across the current circuit. The current across each resistor is also I. It is possible to replace the three resistors connected in series by an equivalent single resistor of resistance R, so that the potential difference V through it and the current I across the circuit remains identical. Now applying the Ohm's law to the entire circuit, we can conclude that when various resistors are connected in series, the resistance of the combination R is equivalent to the sum the sum of their individual resistance R1, R2, R3 and each thus greater as compared to any individual resistors in parallel. Now let us think about the arrangement of three resistors connected in parallel, which a combination of cells or a battery. It is noticed that the total current I is equivalent to the sum of the various currents across each branch of the combination. Thus, we may say that the reciprocal of the equivalent resistance of a group of resistances connected in parallel is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistance across each resistor. Electric bulb in series because they require currents of widely various value or to operate properly. Another major disadvantage of a series current is that when one component fails, the circuit is disconnected and none of the components works. If you have used pair lights to decorate buildings on marriage celebrations, on festivals, etc., you might have noticed the electrician spending a lot of time in travel locating and replacing the dead bulb. Each has to be checked to find which has fused or gone. On the other hand, a parallel circuit divides the circuit across the electrical gadgets. The total resistance in a parallel circuit is decreased as per equation 18. This is helpful especially when each gadget has various resistance and requires various current to operate properly. Heating effect of electric current is now that a cell or a battery is a source of electrical energy. The chemical reaction within the cell creates the potential difference through its two terminals that sets the electrons in motion to follow the current across a resistor or a system of resistors joined to the battery. We have also noticed in section 12.2 that to maintain the current, the source needs to keep expanding its energy. Where does this energy go? A part of the source energy in continuing. The current may be used into useful work, like in rotating the blades of an electric fan. Rest of the source energy may be expended in heat to increase the temperature of a gadget. We often observe this is our day-to-day life, such as a longer time. On the other way, if the electric circuit is a purely resistive, that is a configuration of resistors only joined to a battery, the source energy continuously gets dissipated completely in the form of a heat. This is called as the heating effect of electric current. This effect is used in devices like electric heater, electric iron, etc. Suppose a current I flowing across a resistor of a resistance R. Let the potential difference through it be let t be the time in which a charge Q flows across. The work done in the flow of the charge Q across a potential difference Bq. Hence, the source must supply energy equal to Bq in a time t. Hence, the input power to the circuit of the source is expanded by the source. This energy gets changed in the resistor as heat. Thus, for a steady current I, the amount of heat H generated in time Th. This is called as Joule's law of heating. The law implies that heat generated in a resistor is directly proportional to the square of a current for a given resistance, directly proportional to resistance for a given current, and directly proportional to the time in which the current flows across the resistors in practical situations. When an electric appliance is joined to a known voltage source, equation 21 is used after calculating the current across it by using relation I. Practical applications of a heating effect of electric current. The production of heat in a conductor is an inevitable consequence of electric current. In many cases, it is unuseful, as it converts useful electrical energy into heat. In electric circuits, it is unavoidable. Heating can cause the increase in temperature of the components of the components and alter their properties. However, heating effect of electric current has various useful applications. The electric flat iron, electric oven, electric toaster, electric kettle, and electric heater are some of the familiar instruments based on Joule's heating effect. Heating effect. The electric heating is also used to generate light as in an electric bulb. Here, the filament must retain as much of the heat produced as is possible so that it becomes very hot and emits light. It must not melt at melting point like tungsten. Melting point 3380 degrees Celsius is used in making bulb filaments. The filaments should be isolated thermally as much as possible using insulating support. It is the support. It is the bulbs. The bulbs are generally filled with chemically inactive argon and nitrogen gases to prolong the life of a filament. Most of the power utilized by the filament appears as heat, but a small part of it is the form of light radiated. Another common application of a heating effect of electric current is the fuse used in electric circuits. It protects the circuits and applications by preventing the flow of any unduly high electric current. The fuse is joined in series with the device. It comprises a piece of wire made up of metal or an alloy of appropriate melting point like aluminum, copper, iron, lead, etc. If a current larger than the specified value flows across the circuit, the temperature of the fuse wire rises, which melts the fuse wire and disconnects the circuit. The fuse wire is generally encased in a cartridge of propane or used for domestic purposes are rated as 1A, 2A, 3A, 5A, 10A, etc. For an electric iron which consumes 1 kW electric power when it is operated at 220 V a current that is 4.54 a will flow through the circuit. In this case, a 5A fuse must be used. Electric power. You have learnt in your previous class that the rate of doing work is power. This is also the rate of utilization of energy. Equation 21 provides the rate at which electric energy is dissipated or consumed in an electric circuit. This is also called as electric power. The power P is given by the SI unit of electric power is watt. It is the power consumed. It is the power consumed by a device that carries 1A of current when it is operated at a potential difference of 1 V. Hence, the unit watt is very small. Hence, in actual practice we use a much larger unit known as kilowatt. It is equal to 1000 watts. Since electrical energy is the product of time and power, the unit of electric energy is therefore watt hour. WH. 1 watt hour is the energy consumed when 1 watt of power is consumed for 1 hour. The commercial unit of electric energy is kilowatt hour. kWh generally called as unit.